What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. It's that time of year again. Today, I'm going to be doing my top 10 worst movies of 2019. Now, I was going to wait till maybe like New Year's Eve to do this, but I saw lots of worst movies this year, so I want to get some of the bad stuff I saw out of the way. And of course, next week, maybe next Saturday or Sunday, probably, I'll definitely be doing my best movies of the 2019. So keep your eye out for that. And 2019 was a great year for movies. I even quite like some of the unpopular ones, but there was like loads of horrible, horrendous stuff this year. So with that being said, here's my 10 worst movies of 2019. Coming in at number 10, it is Intruder. Now, the Intruder, you had Michael Ealy, you had Megan Good, Dennis Quaid. This thing could have actually have been good. But this movie stunk. I thought it was the acting by Dennis Quaid. I mean, of all people, Dennis Quaid is an awesome actor, but put him in like a horrible role like this, yeah, definitely not a good role for him. I mean, in it, Dennis Quaid plays like this, guy who sells his house to this couple, but he ends up being very obsessive over the house, so he really wants the two couples to try to scare the couple out so he could because his wife ended up dying in the house, and there's lots of crazy twists and turns in this. The Intruder just didn't work at all. I mean, it had a terrible script. The acting just not all that good. I mean, it's a shame too because I like Ely, I like Good, and I like Quaid. But this movie just really blowed. Alright, coming in at number 9, it is After, also known as 50 Shades of Grey if it was PG-13. After is a horrendous mess. This movie had a...
Yeah, what happened to the guy with like all the muscles? Did he quit or fired?
He on vacation.
Vacation?
Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, it's a horrible, horrendous mess. I mean, it's probably not as worse as 50 Shades franchise, but this movie still stunk. I mean, it's where this college girl played by Josephine Langford, who by the way is the sister of Catherine Langford from Dirty Reese's Wife fame. And she has in it, Josephine's character ends up falling for this she ends up falling for this bad boy played by Ray Fiennes' son, Hero Fiennes, Tiffin, I think his name is. And he's not really all that, there's some erotic stuff that ends up happening throughout as well. And this is an erotic PG-13 movie. That is kind of weird, and this movie just stunk so badly. The characters did not have great chemistry at all. The script was plain old bad. It's based on a book, so maybe you gotta really know more about the book in order to really appreciate After. But After is, oh man, they got a sequel coming out too called After We Collide, something like that. But After is, God, this movie was so bad. So I cannot see the sequel being any better. All right. Coming in at number 8, it is 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. This movie is a sequel to that film of 47 Meters Down that got released a couple years back.
New York, baby.
Anyway, and 47 Meters Down, Uncaged is probably even worse than the first film. I mean, you also had Jamie Foxx's and Sylvester Stallone's daughter, which also proves that just because you're your dad or just because your parents are Hollywood actors doesn't always mean their kids are usually transferred to their kids. I mean, sometimes there are actors actors whose kids could be pretty good actors, but granted, this was only Fox's and this was only Kareem's and Sustain's first film, so they got enough time to grow. But yeah, 47 Meters Down, another shock movie. This thing was a really horrible mess. Alright, coming in at number 7, it is The Hustle. Now, not to be confused with that Jennifer Lopez movie, Hustlers.
It is.
Anyway,
This guy's always out here.
this film is titled The Hustle, which is a remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin, Mikey Caine is awesome. The Hustle on the other hand with Anne Hathaway, Rebel Wilson, this thing blow. The movie was not at all funny. I mean, Hathaway and Wilson just play their characters really dumb. I mean, you're actually gonna be seeing Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson a couple of times on this list, by the way. But yeah, The Hustle, it could have been good. I mean, I did not hate it because it's a remake. Let me be frankly, I did not hate it because it's a remake or it's a female remake. I just thought it was really bad. It had a terrible script, terrible dialogue. I mean, the movie was not funny at all. It was such a letdown. So, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, coming in at number 6, I'm going Black Christmas. This is probably one of the worst horror movies I have seen this year. Black Christmas is the new one, honestly. Is horrendous. Like, of course, there are a couple of male bashings in this. Like, yeah, they're trying to say, yeah, okay, guys are disgusting and all. Yeah. Like, it seems like anyway, it's of course this is like another one of those feminist agendas, which I'm okay with the whole feminist agenda. I'll say that front. No, I don't mind SJW, whatever it's SJW. I don't know, but this. I mean, the movie wasn't even all that scary. I mean, it was. Yeah, the acting was just horrendous in this movie. Black Christmas could have also been good, but yeah, it just really so badly. Like, it's the 2007 remake is much better than this. But anyway, all right. Speaking of Anne Hathaway, boy, Anne Hathaway is in this list a couple of times, and once again, she's in this list. Number 5 goes to a movie I saw early this year, and that is Serenity. Now, this movie had such a horrible twist ending that you could probably start a mile away. Of course, you had Matthew McConaughey and Hathaway, who are both gods. I mean, I love Matthew McConaughey; he's awesome. I love Anne Hathaway; she's great. And of course, they were in Interstellar together. Who was directed by Stephen Knight, who's a decent director. So I had high hopes for Serenity. But this movie was boring. It was dumb. I did not care for the characters at all. It was a horrible mess. And yeah, proves that Anne Hathaway might need a new agent. Anyway, coming in at number 4, it is probably the worst animated film I saw this year. Alright. Number 4 goes to Arctic Dogs. Yeah, Arctic Dogs was also not so funny. It was pleasantly dumb. I mean, I saw a couple of bad anime movies this year, like Wonder Park, Playmobil, but none of them are as bad as Arctic Dogs. I mean, this movie just really blowed. I mean, horrible voice acting, but I mean, you had a good voice cast too, by the way. You had Jeremy Renner, James Franco, you had Heidi Klum, Alec Baldwin, but this movie just really blowed so badly. I did not like these characters. The animation really stunk. I mean, yeah, it was pretty boring at times. It was pretty dumb. Yeah, don't waste your time on Arctic Dogs. Right. Coming in at number 3, it is X-Men Dark Phoenix. Anyway, yeah, X-Men Dark Phoenix. I really quite like the. Anyway, I really do like the X-Men franchise, but Dark Phoenix is probably the worst out of the X-Men movies. It once again shows Jennifer Lawrence really does not care about this Mystique character. So I love Jennifer Lawrence, but I'm glad they're going to be recasting that character. It did not have a great villain, and it's a shame too because you had Jessica Chastain, who's one of the best actresses in the world, and you kind of wasted her villainous role. The effects wasn't all that great. Like, there are some redeeming qualities, like the the opening scene, the airplane scene, that was actually, what was it, the train scene? I can't remember, but it was, and I'm hoping to see Sophie Turner maybe break out outside Game of Thrones in the near future, but sad to say, Dark Phoenix would not be helping. Alright, coming in at number 2, it is The Kitchen. The Kitchen, starring Melissa McCartney, Tiffany Haddish, really awesome trailer.
Yeah, who are you? We're like, no, like,
Anyway,
born in New York.
yeah, The Kitchen had some really awesome trailers. It was another like DC film. It was also a chance to prove that to see if Tiffany Haddish could do like straight up serious dramas.
Hey, how are you?
But man, The Kitchen with McCartney, Elizabeth Moss, Haddish was a horrible, horrendous mess. These characters was really flat out dumb. You did not really care for these characters at all. It had a horrible script behind it. And I mean, I hope we do see more films based on Vertigo comics, but sad to say, The Kitchen is not one of them. To me, that is actually the worst movie that Melissa McCartney and Tiffany Haddish has both ever done. So I'm hoping we see maybe Tiffany Haddish do another drama in the near future, because I think she has acting chops. Like, she had tried some serious stuff in this, and it didn't work, but I think she could really get to be a serious actress in the near future. So maybe that new show that she's on, that she's going to be in, that Netflix limited series, Madam C.J. Walker, I think it's called. Maybe that will be her drama breakthrough, but we'll see. Alright, now, the worst movie of 2019, drumroll please. I just saw this movie. I literally just saw this movie yesterday. Oh no, actually, early tonight, really. So, my number one worst movie of 2019 is Cats, based on the Broadway musical. The trailers looked okay. I'm a sucker for musicals. I like the cast. You had Jennifer Hudson, Taylor Swift. You had James Corden. You had Jason Derulo. So you also had Rebel Wilson in this too. So I had some high hopes for Cats. Despite the bad reviews, I was like, okay, some of my favorite musicals have gotten not so good reviews either. So I give it a go. Maybe it'll be one of those like films that I like but critics don't. So I went to see Cats, and I already did my review for it. So you can see my full review for that. Let me just say it nice and short. Cats is one of the worst musicals I have ever seen. I mean, this thing, I'm not lying, this thing is even worse than From Justice Kelly and Glitter combined. Like, this movie makes Glitter look like an Oscar winner. It was not funny at all. Some of the music was okay. I mean, Jennifer Hudson was actually pretty decent, but she's Hudson. She's always a dog. But this thing just really blew. Like, it really was not all that good. The visual effects just didn't really hit with it. The acting, some of the Taylor Swift acting was not great, but like Hudson's acting was okay. How did they get people like Judi Dench and Sarah Ian McKellen in this is beyond me. They even taught poor Ray Winstone into this. I mean, yeah, Cats is, like one of the critics says, Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs.
How do you stand there?
So, yeah, Cats, to me, Cats is literally the central worst movie of the year. This movie is probably one of the worst movies of the decade. This thing it stinks. So, yeah. Oh, boy. Alright, I really don't want to talk about that anymore. So, let me do a quick rundown. Alright. 10, The Intruder. 9, After. 8, 47 Meters Down, Uncaged. 7, The Hustle. 6, Black Christmas. 5, Serenity. 4, Arctic Dogs. 3, Dark Phoenix. 2, The Kitchen. And 1 is Cats. Now, I did saw some other horrendous stuff this year, like Hellboy, what was that Keanu Reeves movie? Replicas. I also saw Playmobil, Midway, 21 Bridges wasn't all that good. Let's see. Ugly Dolls really stunk. Kalali Rona was not all that good. I mean, I could go on and on. I saw some really horrendous stuff this year. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your worst movies you saw of 2019? Drop below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Movie signing off.